All right, what's up, folks? Jason here. It is Sunday. Hope you guys had a great weekend so far. We are going to hit up PJ Hoffmaster State Park once again, but this time I'm going to show you the entrance. It's actually pretty gorgeous. It's not a bad entrance, pretty long. We are going to hike the Homestead Trail. So I was out here probably two days ago, yeah. So on Friday, this snow was not here. It was 44 degrees or 45 degrees, whatever it was, warm, barely any snow. People were actually golfing on the golf course that is to our left. You can't see it in this picture here. Try to get my camera focused. There we go, right there in the middle of the road. Either way, to the left hand side, we do have a golf course. People were golfing in January in Michigan, which is crazy to me. More power to you, man. If you can go golfing in the state of Michigan, which is notorious for being cold in the wintertime, obviously, in January, that is fantastic. So I've been hiking twice. Well, four times this week, but two different times at PJ Hoffmaster Park and also Lake Harbor Park here in Muskegon County. They were golfing. There was two golf courses. There's this one to the left. There's one by Lake Harbor, which I don't golf too often, but either way, people were golfing both of those occasions. So I'm like, dude, that is amazing. I love the fact that we have the ability to enjoy so many different activities here in the wintertime in Michigan. I don't live in the UP, so I really have no clue how it is up there. But down here in the Lower Peninsula, we can do everything, man. If it's 45 degrees, 50 degrees, January 9th, people will be golfing. You can go skiing if you want to because our hills, a lot of our ski resorts do make their own snow. I mean, that's their livelihood. So they make their own snow and they have all that good stuff coming up for people skiing. So you can ski, you can go golfing, hiking, sledding, whatever you want to do. Obviously, that is not every day in the wintertime. It does vary, obviously, with the weather we do have. But for this winter, it's been up in the air. It seems like we've actually had more snow in November than we've had in January. But again, Friday, this stuff wasn't here. All right, this was all grass, dirt, whatever you want to call it. Now today, Sunday, 2 days later, we had massive, massive amounts of snow come in. Temperature today right now is 32 degrees. Won't be a bad hike. Shouldn't be too cold. Snow won't be too bad to work with. The snow we got on Saturday was a wet, heavy snow. So I did not hike that day because you would have been soaked. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced wet and heavy snow, but you get wet. So yeah, obviously it's wet snow. I mean, kind of you put two together. So yeah, it's a wet, heavy combination. But either way, we're almost there. We're gonna hike the Homestead Trail. This trail leads us right to the shore of Lake Michigan. I was in Grand Haven earlier today, and it was pretty windy out, so I'm hoping that we do have some pretty decent waves here on Lake Michigan, and we'll see how that is. If you take the road to the right, that is the visitor center. I don't know anything about that. I don't know if it's open, if it's closed, if you can just go there and look at a building, or if they have brochures. I don't have a clue. Someday we'll take a gander that way and see what that's all about. But yeah, we're gonna go to the very back of the park. I guess I was trying to explain this on my earlier YouTube video. I had no idea how to explain it, but yeah, here we are. So we're gonna pull right here. It looks like there is quite a few people here. Holy cow, which is crazy because when I was here on Friday, when it was 45 degrees, there were three cars in the parking lot. Now, 32 degrees, snow, little bit colder, somewhat windy, and it's packed. Well, not packed, but like a lot of cars. I love it, man. I love that people are out here. I really do. This makes me happy that everybody's enjoying what we have here in Michigan. That makes me extremely, extremely happy. So what we'll do, we'll get ready. We're gonna go get our snow pants on, get our snow boots on, and hit up the trails. I will see you on the trails. All right. Well, that is a garbage can. So our goal is to start right here, obviously number one, and we are taking the Homestead Trail. So we're going to scoot down here, probably scoot over here up to Lake Michigan. All right, so like I said, when I was here 2 days ago, Friday, the snow was not here. It was actually a really, really good hike. But right now, the weather is actually very nice. I do love having a snow covered trail. Um, Gives the trail more character, obviously, but it is slippery at times. So you do got to be a little bit cautious with that. Last time we were here, that is the pavilion that has a fireplace. Super nice. You guys want to have a picnic with your family? Great spot to do it. And during this hike, we are going to end up climbing a pretty decent sized hill, which is always a fantastic workout. I'm not complaining one bit, but look at these trees with the snow in the backdrop. Doesn't get much better than this. It really doesn't. You gotta love being outdoors. One thing I do love about being out here is these giant little hills. I mean, you can't really see it here on camera. It does not do it justice. But that hill, massive. I would definitely not take a sled down there because, yeah, you would hit 100 million trees. Not good. I think right here is one of my favorite parts about Homestead Trail is all these trees. They look freaking amazing in my opinion. Tall, skinny trees, bunched up together. I don't know if you guys can even see that. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. So I probably hiked out here, I think, 6, 7, 8 times, maybe. The only wildlife I've ever seen are squirrels. I mean, which is fine. I have not seen any deer. Definitely have not seen any bears. We don't have a whole lot of bears down here. I mean, I'm sure they're somewhere. Um, but I've never actually seen a bear in real life here in Muskegon County, besides one time when a bear escaped from some facility up in the kind of northeast part of the county. And that same facility had some crazy, like exotic cat that escaped a couple weeks after the bear. So, needless to say, they were shut down because obviously they're not very good at keeping track of their animals. But other than that, really never had any encounters with any type of wildlife like that down here. UP, Upper Peninsula, a different ball game up there. But again, I've hiked up there and have never seen an actual bear or moose, just deer. So someday, my goal is to go up there and actually photograph some moose out in the wildness or wilderness. Wildness could be a word too. I don't know. But yeah, not and definitely not getting too close because obviously they are not the most friendly animal in the world. But I think it'd be super cool to see one at a distance for sure. All right, so here's that hill I'm talking about. It's up here to the right. It's gonna be right over there. And somebody lost a glove. Awesome. All right, so we are going to take number 3. We're going to go right here, and we're going to cut over. All right, there she blows. The hill. It may not look very big, but trust me, you will get tired. Let's rock it out. Well, I'll get tired. You guys probably won't because obviously you are not here. And actually, yeah, it keeps going. It's gonna cut up here to the left. I do like stopping and taking a look over here. Pretty nice. And we're almost there. Yeah, not too bad. Here's a view from up top. Get your heart pumping a little bit. Alrighty, let's continue on. So right here is one of my favorite parts as well. So back when we first had our snowfall, probably November-ish, pretty good sized storm came through. It was the best combination of winter and fall at the same time. These leaves right here were gorgeous. They were orange, the pretty orange, pretty bright orange. And with the fresh snow, it made for some amazing pictures. And just being out here alone, this gave you a wonderful feeling. So yeah, I really do love this particular part of Homestead Trail. Here today, I mean, it's still pretty, but I mean, obviously, it's not as pretty as it could be. That's okay. We're still out here and we're still enjoying nature, and that is what it's about. And this part right here, this part was really, really gorgeous back in the early to late fall season. Again, with that fresh coat of snow, and these leaves right here were just they were beautiful. I mean, you can't really see it right now, but if you like photography, this is the place to be. Late fall, early winter time for sure. And you guys can kind of see what I'm seeing or saying. I mean, you gotta love it. All right, we are going to hit number 4. I have never gone to the left. Someday we will for sure. But today we're going to the right. So one thing I like to do when I'm hiking is just enjoy the outdoors. Just stop, man. Stop for a minute, look around, and just soak it all in. Like, it literally does not get much better than this. Just you, nature, a few squirrels, maybe a deer, who knows? Maybe a chipmunk, I don't know. Definitely a squirrel. I've seen one so far. No birds, no mosquitoes, which is amazing. Just you, the wind, trees, the leaves, and that's it. Now, I've seen this before, and I have no clue what it means or what it is. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me, like, what are these? Like, why? I mean, it looks like to me like someone tried to cut the tree down, right? Like they started and just said, no, too hard. I don't know, man. Like, it's literally all the way around the tree. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I'm assuming it could be chainsaw, but I don't know. All right, let's continue. All right, we're coming up to our next fork in the road here. Again, I've never been to the left. Someday we definitely will. Today we're gonna go to the right. And we're getting closer to Lake Michigan, folks. It is getting a lot more windier here. You probably cannot see it on or hear it on camera, but it definitely is. So this trail, PJ Hoffmaster State Park, for the ones I've been on, these trails are pretty well signed. All kinds of signs everywhere. Obviously, Homestead Trail this way, Lake Michigan sign this way, and that's where we're going. So this hill coming up always impresses me because it's so big. I mean, it's hard to see on camera, obviously, but like when you're standing next to it, it's massive. Someday, not today, but someday I'm gonna climb the top of that, or to the top of that, and see how it looks, man. I gotta imagine the view up there. Probably pretty amazing. Try to get a little bit closer so you guys can see it. Oh, look at that little, I don't know what those are. I don't have a clue. I'm gonna zoom in. Hang on. Like, what is that? What are those? I don't have any idea. But here's that hill. It's just massive. All right, here's a little better view of it. It just goes up, up, and up. There's a seagull. You guys can't see it. Oh, there it is in the top right-hand corner. Alrighty, let's continue. Wind's picking up quite a bit, actually. We are getting a lot closer to Lake Michigan. Like I said, I was in Grand Haven earlier today. Waves are pretty decent. And judging by the wind I feel it right now, I gotta imagine the waves are pretty decent here as well, hopefully. We shall see, though. We're almost there. All right, guys, we're getting a lot closer to Lake Michigan here. It's gonna be up to the right of this bend. Again, I'm hoping and anticipating the waves being halfway decent. Again, I was out here 2 days ago. I said the same thing. So I was like, you know what, the waves are going to be really good, and they definitely were not. They're pretty disappointing. But either way, man, any chance you can get to see Lake Michigan, you know, take advantage of it. I can already see it over the hill, right over there. It's probably hard to see on camera, but we're getting there. All right, let's continue. No, they're not too bad, actually. They're about the same as they were the other day. We'll be there in about 2 minutes. Definitely pretty windy, though, that's for sure. And the water, again on Friday, was the same type of color. It's kind of a light bluish, almost a greenish type of color. Super pretty. Looks warm, obviously. It is by no means warm, but looks can be very, very deceiving, that's for sure.